Human beings have been recording weather and trying to work out what it means and trying to forecast it for thousands of years. And in researching this, I came across all sorts of wonderful things. But one of them was a guy who was a mathematician, philosopher and scientist in the 10th and 11th centuries. And he was a Middle Eastern mathematician. He was called Alhazen, and he was the first person to try and work out how thick our atmosphere was. Very, very, very clever man. So I wrote about him. I imagined him on the banks of the Nile, thinking his thoughts and making his observations. He also did an experiment to see if camels could be made to change their behaviour by listening to music. So he was nicely bonkers, I think. I like people who are nicely bonkers. Anyway, this is called On Camels Listening to Music. The genius Alhazen, whose nisbah is al-Basri, pondered many things: the configuration of the earth, rainbows, moonlight, the way the world jinks between the left eye and the right, if camels can be induced to change their pace by music, and dusk, when light lingers though the sun is gone, shining through the prism of the atmosphere to turn the Nile to brass and copper before darkness and the proper night. Alhazen timed the twilight, used the sun's angular progression for calibration, and by geometry gave us the thickness of the atmosphere, a figure pretty close to the one that we know now, 50 miles. It sounds a lot until you're en route to the moon, and then the Earth's an orange, and the atmosphere a sheet of clingfilm. Flimsy, fragile, precious veil, a swirl of blue and white, the fingerprint of life against the empty black of space. Look up now and feel it, that 50 miles of air above your head. Stretch out your arms and hold a column of it, teetering on a base just like a picnic table. That see-through Lego tower of gas is all yours. It is the CO2 that all you do and are results in every year. Your carbon footprint. Open both your eyes and ponder it. And on the orange and the clingfilm, on the dusty gold of twilight, rainbows, moonlight, and camels listening to music by the Nile.